So how's Quadri Olison kind of stepped up into being a leader this season?
Our Quadri's improved in a lot of ways. His knowledge has gotten better. It was already good. He may be one of the smartest guys, maybe the smartest guy I've been around, player. I think he'll make a fine coach one day if he chooses to go that route. As far as a football player, guys gravitate toward tough guys that are always giving great effort, and guys that are always doing the right thing. So he naturally, guys naturally look toward him. He's a competitive guy. He's just doing a lot of good things right now.
Would you recommend the coaching profession to him?
I would. I'm always recommending that. I mean, whenever the air goes out of the ball for him, I think that'll be. I'd hire him. If I had the chance, I'd hire him in a second.
Has he changed his body too?
Yeah, he's a little bit. I mean, he was always had a pretty good frame and all. But his body fat's down, and he did a good job, rehabbing his injury from the spring. So he was behind a little bit, but he's worked hard to get himself back beyond where he was.
What have you seen from the other the other three guys, and has there been sort of any separation as far as maybe one of them that's ahead of the curve for playing time behind those two starters?
Well, Haller's done a great job as well.
That's why Hall and Olson, I assume, are going to play. The other three guys.
Those other two guys, Sibley and AJ, have done a real good job as well. They've, they're a year older. They know the terminology. They know what's expected. They're playing fast. They're making plays. And all those guys, we have certain things that I won't discuss, certain things that we're working on, little things, and they're all getting closer to perfecting their craft.
Is it interesting for you to see that Quadri's coming off a couple years ago, we ran for 1,000 yards, and that was sort of sharing. That's a different kind of mindset you have to be able to accept that, right?
Yeah, well, those guys, a lot of people think they're competing, but really they're completing. Quadri needs Hall and vice versa. Very rarely do you go through a 12, 13 game season and don't sustain an injury at running back. We did that year, and that's unusual. So we need both of those guys, and both of those guys need each other.
Speaking of Quadri, he is available right at this stage right here.
And looking at things from a special teams point of view, trying to replace Quadri Henderson, I mean, how's that coming along right now?
Well, hard to say. That's yet to be seen. Replacing an All-American, that's not an easy chore. We've got some guys on. I feel confident that we'll be okay there. We're not going to make any promises, but I feel pretty confident we'll be okay in that department.
What does the 4-game red shirt do for your ability to pick a guy to use on special teams that maybe you wouldn't have had access to in the past?
It's a tricky question. That's the first time we've been faced with this issue, and it's tricky. Basically, I'm going into it as I'm kind of thinking of it as a backup situation, because if you start a guy at that position and give him all the reps, and then 4 weeks you can't use him, then you've wasted reps of somebody else that someone else should have had. So I'm looking at it, plugging some guys in where the role they will have will be a role that will require little thinking, so they can perform fast, and have them in a backup role and just plug them in. It may be game 3, you might have to go in for 3 reps, and then you can plug them in again in game 7. But I think it's difficult to say, hey, I'm going to start this guy for 4 games and then pull him out. I think that's not a good way to go.
Kessman making strides too. I think we saw him try a 58-yarder yesterday, hit the upright, but that's pretty close to nailing a 58-yarder at the same time.
Yeah.
So he is.
Yeah, he's a talented guy. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, he's got the longest field goal in Pitt history as a freshman. And so he's got a strong leg. He's gotten stronger. The key we're working on is accuracy. We want to be in the high 80s. The national average is about 72%. So if we can kick 80% or better, that'll be good. And if we need him to kick a 58-yarder, if it's a crunch, we'll try it. If it's not a crunch, then we'll punt the ball.